What up, Banditos? We are live. That's right. That's right. It is Thursday, March 7th, and it's late. On the West Coast, it's almost 9 p.m. So, yep. I have a video loading up, so I had my head in there. So look forward to a build video launching tomorrow morning. But tonight, we're going to be working on rifles. Let's have some fun.
Dig the way out. I'm only in the attack dog. How late you wanna stay out? It's past the curfew when it's dark. I'm searching for you in the park. Shady murdered on another person. He just hit his mark. He met his quota for the month. They found the coda all rolled up inside a bag. He probably dragged the body for about a block.
Yeah, so we don't break out our rifles too much. Well, sort of. I mean, I use the 1886 like religiously, right? Religiously, it's like a sniper rifle. It's the strongest rifle, so you know it's fun. But there's some other good ones too. So we're gonna tinker around, try to do something different. The big money. So that's the mask you get by completing your rewards track if you have the season pass. Yeah, so it's a samurai mask. Pretty sick, huh? So yeah, so these these rifle builds, basically, like I want my rifle build to feel better. You know what I mean? So, you know, like 16 shots, 20 shots to kill an elite, doesn't feel very good. You know what I mean? I mean, like in a perfect world, I would like my rifle to take down an elite in like 3 shots, like wham, 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 you know, 3 to 1 to 3 shots kind of thing, you know? And so that's kind of what I'm after here. And so we're going to tinker around, but we're also going to have some experimentation going on with our resistance too, because one of the other downsides about rifles is that they don't really come with, they don't really have a home, right? Like, you know, Umbras you would think would be good, but Umbra gives like this big RPM boost, and rifles don't take that very well. And then rifles can't handle striker. Hunter's Fury is a little too close for rifles. I mean, it's okay. You can. Hot shots only for snipers. I mean, you know, Heartbreaker with its pulse thing is a pain in the ass, and you're never gonna get stacks with rifles. You'd have to go do something creative there. And then you got Negotiators and Ongoing Directive, which are basically, I mean, yes, you can run them solo, but they're mostly team support type builds, and True Patriots that way too. So, you know, where are you in this game if you just want a really good, hard hitting, you know, DPS / rifle build thing, you know? And I think that the rifles should be in the middle of a DPS and a sniper. Then that makes sense, right? Like, I'm not making shit up here. So where does that put us, right? Where does that put us? So let's see what we can make up here, and then we'll get out there and do some content. So I'm thinking, like, I mean, I really like the Dr. Home. So I think this is the one that I would normally go to, but I think it's glitching right now still. And, you know, I don't want to build into a glitch, which kind of sucks. But this is like a really good rifle. I mean, look at that, 1.5 million. I mean, come on. I mean, the RPMs, it feels fucking good. Maybe I will build into it. So let me, so I think you heal just the headshot, right? Or is it? Oh, that's a kill. Yeah, no, yeah, you don't have to kill. I mean, that's pretty amazing. I mean, it's weird that they haven't, come around and fix this, because that's pretty exploity right there, I guess. I don't know, what do you guys think? Maybe not. Way overpowered though. 10% armor on shot. I don't even think it has to be a headshot, does it? Hold on. Oh yeah, it does have to be a headshot. So, you know, there's that. So this was the change that they anticipated making, but they decided it was overpowered. So anyways, there's that. I really like that rifle, so that's a shame that it's doing that right now. Obviously, you can run it on your side and whatever, but I don't want to make a build video and then somebody's like, hey, my rifle's not working that way. Be like, yeah, I was just kind of glitching this one time or whatever. So here's the base weapon, which is M1A2QB. Let's put on 8x. And then let me not put on a mod yet. So let's see what it's doing. That's still pretty good. It's got a small mag. A couple of extra shots that I would like to not make. So let me change this up. This is not a rifle build. This is what I had on earlier. So let me put on some foxes. And then let's hold there for a second. Well, no, we don't want this one. Palisades would be nice, huh? Yeah. So I'm like, if I want to play this like in between a DPS build and a sniper, what do you guys think? Like headshots? Because it doesn't have the largest mag, and that makes me feel like I should be going for heads, I mean, you can still go with crits, but so I yeah. Okay, that's without a... So one of the other things is like rifles and damage talents. I mean, what do you got, right? You don't got shit. Well, you got focus. So there's that. I mean, that's like the best rifle talent right there. I mean, even if you're not staying in scope all the time, but I know some people are just... They avoid scopes like no other, but I think they're vital. There's no trick to Lady Death. Just farm Countdown, put it on SMGs, and then at the same time, when those global events come by, just keep buying those exotic caches. It's gonna come down to RNG, unfortunately. You used to be able to farm named bosses in New York to get it, but that wasn't a guarantee either, and it was a pain in the ass. But that's a lot of shots right there to get that kill. What talent number do I have on this thing? That's with Optimus, and that's scary. How many shots it takes, you know what I mean, to kill an enemy. Cable, what up, man? Oh, you're with Dark. I got you. Sorry. So check this out. I mean, crazy, right? We don't have a backpack talent, but still, that's a lot of shots. Just rifles are just feeling weak lately. Okay, let me put something. Pristine example is pretty good. That's 30% weapon handling. Let's get rid of that. We're gonna watch this thing bounce all over the place. Let's just go ahead and start with a kind of the old school meta type build and see what happens. Still that's a lot of, so for me, like, that's a lot of shots on a solo heroic content type scenario. That's way too many shots. It doesn't look like a lot, right? It doesn't. You're like, well, that's not bad. But you talk about 11 rounds in the mag. Let's see, I can extend that a little bit, right? So let me put in +5. Still, it's 4 more rounds. Not too exciting on a weapon that's kind of got a slow reload. What up, Slayer? Yeah, I think so, Mr. T. Somebody did. Somebody was asking about rifles. Oh, there's also somebody else on the Twitch side that was asking about rifles. It was I forget her name. She jumped in and she was asking if I had any good rifle builds. I was like, oh, I couldn't think of one. It'd been a while since I ran rifles. I was like, well, she was looking for not, maybe that was you, but she was looking for non one-shot kill rifle builds. And I was like, ooh, I do the one-shot kill thing a lot, so. What up, Stig? Get some. Anyways, so this Habsburg's on, well, it's doing 15% headshot damage. I mean, it's just like, wow. Rifle's just feeling really underpowered, man. You know, okay, let me. I mean, that's the M1A CQV. It's a beast. Running Optimus, it's nothing to write home about, right? But. And so I'm thinking like if we put on crits, I feel like it just makes the situation kind of worse. I mean, this is like, you know, max no crit chance and I guess let's do it though. What choice do we have? Just because we're not going to get substantial crit chance here, but okay, well, we're gonna need some sort of Cheska on this thing. I end up running the Coyote Mask on rifles a lot because you can pick up on that crit chance. But let me see if I have a Cheska here with me. I don't use Cheska that much anymore. Might have the chest, but wound up losing perfect focus. Wherever it is. There it is. Cheska with glass cannon, I guess. Right on, Owen. Yeah, that one's fun. Where you're shocking and popping up your shield. Yeah, I like those builds a lot. The community does in general. The Wingman build series is what we call them. We have quite a few of those. Wingman builds. It's a fun way to support your team. I mean, everybody's just running around pretty damn tanky, right? So here we go. What is that? 50, 98. So we could probably put on another. I was gonna put a crit chance here. All right, we could add more crits, but let me just see where we're at hitting. And that's the glass cannon, and we're getting there with glass cannon. 4 shots on the head. So the reality is not everything's gonna hit the head. Oof. Landing body shots is painful. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus. All right, let's throw on more. So let's get rid of Providence and swap out to a Grupo with Vigilance. And then the mask. I don't know what I got right now. Palisades would be good, especially if we're gonna run glass cannon. But right now I'm just working on the damage, and then once we get there, we'll see what we can make out of it. Do Walker in the backpack. Well, yeah, I don't know if I can do 3-piece Overlord. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's going to make the situation worse, right? So the problem is we're running like one of the best DPS rifles in the game, and it feels weak. And that's with glass cannon and crits and Providence. I mean, and Vigilance. So if I run weapon handling, it's going to make it worse. It just rifles is just not feeling that great right now. So right now, so what I'm gonna do is put max crits all red and just kind of get our damage to where it needs to be, and then we'll see from there if we can get our damage where it needs to be. Okay, so there's 60, 135. So that should be close. All right, do something. So about 4 or 5 shots. I mean, I don't feel like it's getting stronger, which is crazy because we're loading it up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 6 shots, twice as many as I want. 1, 2, 3. Let's change this talent and see if we can get rid of Optimus. It might be the problem. Okay, so killer, preservation, strained, close and personal. Ranger if you're playing deep all the time. I mean, in sync, blah. Rifleman could be tough. Boomerang. I tried boomerang and it never feels good to me. There's behind you, but you're gonna get noticed with this thing. You know, so I feel like that wouldn't be active very often. And killer, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't feel very good with this. I mean, preservation is almost the best option. Yeah, I've come down to thinking that behind you is basically good. It's like behind you is like vigilance for a sniper build. You know what I mean? Like you get to use it once and then it's going to be disabled for the majority of the checkpoint. And so you use it to activate Headhunter, which we might try that if we see if it's strong enough to do that. And then, you know, you stir up the hornet's nest. Everybody's got their eye on you until you throw out your decoy. It's some sort of distraction again, you know. And so it works for snipers really well because, you know, you only need it to activate Headhunter, and then from there you're okay if it's disabled. Yeah, I was thinking about Flatline. Flatline's not bad. I've done that in the past. Rifles with perfect spotter. The Uzina chest piece. That might not be a bad option. It's always on. The downside is you'd have to run. What up, geezer? You have to run Technician. We don't have to, but I'd want to. This isn't bad. I mean, this is better than Optimus. Optimus is feeling pretty weak. I mean, if you get those shots in there, but if the enemies are being a pain in the ass, I mean, that's good weapon damage right there. I mean, it takes glass cannon to feel good with rifles. It's every time we put on a rifle, I feel like we end up with glass cannon. And it can work. It can work, but I try to avoid it because I know so many people are just not fans of it. So we can put this one on instead. You see, there's at least 2 extra shots in there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, that one's the latest and greatest. Yeah, there's other ones that use like other status effects too. Like I can't remember what that one was using, but like there's blind foam. There's the galvanized. Was that one galvanized? I can't remember now. I got them all mixed up in my head. Oh, they did put a cooldown on the laser pointer. I forgot about that. Careful, vigilance. I forgot about that. That's why our Heartbreaker was having a hard time stacking the other day. Remember we were talking, I was playing with Heartbreaker and I was like, man, it's just having a hard time stacking and then it decays really fast. That's why. Now you reminded me of that. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. Too many changes to keep track of. Let me try a different rifle. So here's the strongest rifle in the game, outside of the 1886. So let me see if we can get this one to feel good. And we can make any of these work, but I don't want to just make it work, you know what I mean? So that's an 8x scope. I mean, that's a 12x scope. Let me change that out. I want it to feel good, not just work. I want them to be like, yeah, this is a good one to run. That's 4 shots, 4 clean shots. The RPM is quite different though, but we were talking about trying to get this one. This is 5.7. Turns it into a 3 shot. So I think we can work on that. $180 headshot damage right there. 2 shots. 2 shot. That's not bad. Even if you don't, you know, get everything with the headshot, it's just gonna cut down on the amount of shots you put out, decrease those reloads. Yeah, I think you're right, Silent Rage. 25% solid, or just it needs a mid class. Yeah, they need to be needs a heavier rebalance, basically. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I got modifiers on here. We got double damage to armor, damage to targets out of cover. It's feeling, you know, subtle. Let me put on some more oomph. $7 million non-crit. You seen that? 7.8 every other shot because of Headhunter. So if you get the headshot kill and then you landed the next one on the body, then two headshots every, almost 2. So that'd be nice to get that to 2. 2 headshots, you know what I mean? And then if Headhunter kicks in, awesome. But we're almost 2 shots without Headhunter. Well, scratch that. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, hold on. We need more power. Yeah. I got the perfect rifleman down here too. It's so fast. It's so much faster, isn't it? When you go from this weapon to the M1A, this one's like right in the middle of the road in the rifles category. I've always liked it. I mean, that's with Headhunter. We wouldn't really... God, wouldn't it be nice if we just had a gear set you could run with rifles and keep it simple? Yeah, I mean, focus is really like... is pretty king for rifles. And otherwise, I mean, there's only a few. You got I mean, you could run Overwatch, something like Overwatch, but it's just, in comparison, it's sad. It's sad. You're dishing it out to some stuff to your team instead is what's happening there. The problem with rifles is like, you know, you want them to be strong. I mean, you got things like braced, so that you're landing more shots, and that can make rifles feel pretty good sometimes. But otherwise, it's glass cannon and focus are the top ones for rifles. And then spotter, unless that laser pointer is being a pain in the ass with its cooldown. Which it is. I was having a hard time with it the other day. I just realized that's why I was having a hard time with it. Well, let's see how this one's doing. See, the thing with rifles, what's interesting with the way I feel about rifles, I feel like they're harder to land headshots with than snipers. And then when you do, it's not a kill shot, you know? And so you got to get more out there, you know? But what they do on the body just always seems so damn weak. Even M1A, you know, it's just like, because of its RPM, it's like you end up taking damage too. And so what you're hoping for is a really good stagger so you can get those shots out. And so I feel like what we're gonna want to do is probably run some survivability, because we're gonna end up taking damage. Lots of it. So I'll just go ahead and load up on crits, and then let's just get out there, and then we'll tinker when we're out there. So there's our, I'll use the strong chest, and then backpack I'll go ahead and put on the I guess the Grupo, and then we got the contractors here, but I'll put on crits, and then back to foxes we'll put on crits. Ooh, riot foam is really good for them. Hold them still, smash them. The Scorpio is really good against them. The St. Elmo's is really good. Shock is amazing. Fire grenades are really good against them. So survivalist. Blinder grenades are really against them too. Similar concept. They got really big radiuses on the fire and the blinder grenades. Another really good talent is trauma. Otherwise, power, and resistance. And what is the word I'm looking for? Endurance on those 4 guys. The shitty thing is when one of them gets away, and then you have to do all of those steps again because one of them gets away. And so the first guy will spawn on that stage, and so you can catch the stage guy by throwing a fire grenade on that stage. And so when he spawns, he catches on fire right away if you time it out. But yeah, you kind of want to keep them around, you know what I mean? And so there's sometimes could be other NPCs around, and one of them will end up a block away, and if you lose him, it sucks. I got lucky when I did it. Okay, so there's our armor on kill right there. And then we'll go in and keep sharpshooter because it's helping us. And then we need to shift our crits over. Okay, so we got too much crit damage. Raven, what up? Is that right? 51, 147, not quite. Ah, this one. So that's 56, 147. That should be good. All right, let's just go give it a whirl, and then we'll go from there. The good thing about these is you can run a shield. And then I'll go ahead and put on a reviver because I have a feeling this build is going to get me in trouble. All right. You ever have that feeling? Battery suit, we're not going to New York. $511. Walker masks. No. Guess we're going to the summit today. Gotta do that project anyways. Yeah, Night Watcher is not bad. It's not. Oh, thank you, Silent Rage. Appreciate you, man. Morning Black Razor. Sometimes I feel like, you know, there's certain a couple of things out there. One of those is that scanner, and the other one is the defender drone. Like, there's such short durations that I feel like I end up kind of abandoning it over time personally. But one of the builds that I wanted to try with this was a high regen build. So this is where we're gonna start. See, I'm trying to get our damage right. And then I want to put on like some golem and play around with some stuff like that. We don't need this. Let's do heroic, and then let's turn these off. All right, let's see how we do.
Multiple hostiles inbound.
I love how you get shorter. You're in scope. Does that bother anybody else? Certain cover, you're like, I can't see. You know, harmonies are actually a really good rifle. Really good rifle. I personally, it's just not my preference when it comes to like its weapon design and shooting pattern, but it's up there in damage. It really is. And yeah, the harmony drops a lot. I haven't tried it on the data gloves. You mean the BTSUs? I don't like it personally. I'm not a big overcharge fan. And the only time I find it useful is in team scenarios. Now I did create one the other day on a rifle build, a sniper build, which was interesting. It was a the scalpel using the future perfection, and that was really fun because I was overcharging the booster to give me like amazing weapon handling, 100% weapon handling. But otherwise, you know, I like the gloves only for group scenarios where we need to reset hives. That's kind of. I've always kind of just. I mean, it's cool if you want to do something different. I get that. Look at that. Just can't land a shot with this thing, huh? Way too many shots. It bounces. Let me check that. Crit chance. Yeah. It bounces a lot. I mean, it doesn't have a muzzle where I can put on that stability, and we need every bit of power we can get. You know what I mean? So let me do that. Let me take off some rounds and pick up 20% stability here. We still got 20 rounds of mag. Let's see if we like that better. Yeah, Lucky Shot's pretty damn good. That could be good here too, huh? Yeah, you know what? Maybe I should. I mean, that's classic. That's a classic on M1 ACQB. This feels a lot better. Can you tell? That's one of the cool things about some of these rifles. They come up with a good, they got some good mod options for the magazine. So yeah, the BTSU gloves are interesting. I just, you know, they got the health attributes and all that. Oh, I was gonna say I was saying that I'm not a big overcharge person, and I've just felt like things like the memento trophies are just so much better. They're like mini little overcharges, kind of, you know. But if you don't ever get out of cover, I get it. But even then, you know, the armor regen. Yeah, and some people put the future perfection as a secondary too. You know, if you swap to it, you could just get a quick kill. But then you lose your capacitor buff, so, you know, there's that. So we got a project here, so let me pin this. It feels good. I'm liking the way it feels. Let's do one more floor and then we'll rebalance it. And then I'll also try the M1A. I'll pack along the M1A CQB with Lucky Shot. So, you know, my problem is that I'm moving around so damn much. The Lucky Shot does extend that mag quite a bit. See what I'm saying? So way too many shots, and so yeah, we get the job done, but you know, because of the quantity of shots, you just end up taking that micro damage, and you know, it can get annoying. So that's what 10% armor on kill, and so we need something to counter that. Let's wait till the next save here. Yeah, SMGs. I should have an SMG as a backup, but when I'm testing builds, I kind of just hold strict to what I'm testing, and so I'll unnecessarily be trying to kill the drones with the stupid rifle. You know, knowing that it sucks, but it's just like, you know, I'm kind of determining what the weaknesses are going to be. I'm a sadist, basically. Where's this guy? There he is. Yeah. The key to this build is actually that stability change that we made. Because landing those shots is ultra critical to minimizing the incoming damage. Obviously, right? But I mean, the idea of the rifle is to pull that trigger as fast as you can. It's got the RPM. I mean, why else are you running a rifle? But that's gonna lead to misses too, so you need that stability to be able to really do it. And then probably distance, I'm gonna have to mitigate some distance here. I think too far out too. It's gonna lead to more of those. Which is why maybe it's not a good idea to be too complacent. You know, and truly try to play it almost like a sniper and a rifle, or I'm sorry, like an assault rifle, in between an assault rifle and a sniper, and less like a sniper. You know what I mean? Because you can play a rifle pretty deep, right? But again, it's leading to more missed shots, and you might as well run a sniper if you're gonna play that deep, you know? And so somewhere between a sniper and an assault rifle in terms of aggressiveness, I guess is what I'm talking about. Not necessarily distance, but yeah, distance related to aggressiveness. To really help it feel good, because I honestly, like, if you play too deep, it's not gonna feel good just because of all the extra shots that you're having to throw out. It makes it feel like the rifle's weak, but it's not that it's weak, it's that you're missing. Like that. Right? Like missing like that. Okay, so I got a good feel for it though. We're slaying technically, so let's make some adjustments. So we could put the same talent on a stronger weapon. By doing that, then it's less reliant on the talent buffs that are here and there. Man, I get that proxy like no other, man. No other. Okay, so playing with talents. Okay, so we'll keep this weapon attached, but let's go ahead and put on that. I mean, the Doctor's Home would be king. I'm telling you, it's a good rifle. And so if you're cool with the way it's operating right now, do that. And so should we start? Should we counter this one with Lucky Shot? So there's no damage in Lucky Shot, but there's ammo, lots of ammo in there. So let's try it. And then we'll keep the +5 on this one, but this one takes the stability mod, which makes it also pretty damn good. We got crit chance there, same at X scope, so let's go ahead and swap placement there. Cool. Okay, and so we got our Picaros, which is okay. So, but what I'm looking for is like maybe some Golan. Or, okay, no, the foxes got to stay, don't they? What about Bloodsucker? I mean, that could be all the defense we need. Palisades, Bloodsucker, let's do that. And then let's see if I can... Coyotes on the mask? That wouldn't be bad. What do we got? 45, so let's... That's a good damage right there. I mean, crits right there. So let's go ahead and put this to crit damage. All right, let's try that. So let's see if that gives us all the bonus armor on kill that we need to survive combo. Yeah, I'm with you, Official. I want to do that. So let me lock in this floor, actually, and then we'll go grab some other pieces, too. Yeah, Bloodsuckers, that's one of a good job, Stay Boostin'. That's one of the best ways to run Bloodsuckers on the sniper.
Agent detected.
All right, this is a good one to test on, actually. Let's take this fight, and then we'll go down to the downstairs. Get some more gear.
Assault turret detected. Hostile assault turret detected. Rogue
Oh, you
restore
fucker.
hive detected. Hostile restore hive detected.
Not great angles here. Come here, fucker. You fuckers.
Rogue agent
You
eliminated.
can feel the extra shots with Lucky Shot. So it is what it is. I mean, those guys are pretty damn tanky. I was actually thinking about Palisades with Braced earlier. That might be a good option for us too on the same build. Okay, let me head down to the lobby real quick. Oh, my favorite backfire build is my favorite one in the game, flat out, is Umbra Initiative with the backfire. Hazard protection everywhere that you need it, you know, just get your stats up there. And then I run the Umbra chest piece and the Memento backpack for the bonus armor. Yeah, it's my favorite and probably the last backfire build I'll create. I've created like 1,000 backfire builds, every possible one. I even have a skill backfire build. And I've just have come down to settling, yeah, this is where we're at with our backfire. This is it, you know, feels good. I gotta offload something. RPKs, you're coming off. Brutus, you can go. Yeah, something like that. It's up there. I think on a number it's like 360 or 420. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's up there. Because Umbra gives you 100% crit hit damage from its stat, from its buff, from the chest talent, and then whatchamacallit, the backfire gives you 200, so there's 300 right there. But, you know, it's kind of a funny thing. Like, if you test it, you're actually better off with, like, you don't want to go too high with the crits, I guess is my point. And that's where the backfire can feel underwhelming, is because you need some amplifiers, basically, to go with it. Let me see if I have the so like Fox's Prayer or something like that, just kind of gives it the boost that it needs. But now that you can put damage to targets out of cover, I haven't created one because I don't have one with damage to targets out of cover yet, and I'm trying not to spend my my exotic components right now. Because I'm running a test. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm putting together a new build. New build. But yeah, either way, you're good. I mean, you're good. Sounds like you got a good build going on there. But you know how the backfire can feel a little underwhelming until you get its full stacks, obviously. And so Umbra fixes that because it gives you that RPM, that oomph from the RPM that you need. And so that's why I like it better than even Striker, because it's 30%. RPM, and that gets the backfire feeling really good, and then it gives you heals too, which is something you also need. And so that's why I've landed. I feel like Umbra fixes a few weapons like that, some weapons that are just like not super exciting. So I don't have all my chill out masks here, so I'm going to use these two golem pieces and pick up the 1.5% like that. Except the golden, wherever it is, that one. And then we're maintain the all reddish. And I'll put armor somewhere, but these two are gonna be red. Where'd it go? Where's the other go? Oh, it's already equipped. Okay, so there's that. So we got rid of our coyote. So this has to stay, but the contractors could go. And then Bloodsucker Palisades, we can keep that. I might also have a Palisades focus chest. I think I do have that. It's got headshot damage though. Oh, here it is. With crits. Perfect. So put the armor on kill there, and then we could put the Bellstone in the backpack for another regen. Yeah. Let's go try that. That's a build. It's got all the right elements, right? Lord, please be in here. Don't make me log out. You're gonna make me log out. Unstoppable Force wouldn't be bad either, though. There it is. Perfect Bloodsucker. All right, because it's giving us the 1% armor regen. So we got the armor on kill, armor regen, and then bonus armor on kill. So it's like a little bit of everything. And then I'll take off the handling there because we're gonna need to make sure we pick up some power. And then I'll put crit chance. Cool. And then crit chance. I'm sure we need crit chance everywhere. Where are we at? 42, 119, yeah. Crit chance. And then crit damage there, crit damage there. 2-piece Golem, Picaros. I mean, the other thing I could do is get rid of the contractors and put the pallet. Yeah, that might be a better play, right? Let me see if I got the, and then put the Picaros on to pick up the armor core. Let me see if I have a Golem here. Oh, I don't have anything, any of my gloves here right now. Sucks. I think that would be a smarter move. Well, let's go run this. See how it feels. And if we like it, we'll... But now I'm going to change the damage talent on the rifle to Rifleman. Because we've loaded up on defense, so I need to balance it. What up, Simon? Thanks, Nathan. Have you ever been in a foggy skyscraper before? That door was confusing. Whoever was... Good, good, good. Good. And these are just red guys, a lot of them, but... Look, another proxy! How many do you think we're gonna get today? Like every other floor. That would have caught me on fire. I mean, on fire. You didn't get caught on fire. Switching rifles. Just ran through that wall. I kind of like the CQB better. A little easier to use. It's got just the right amount of ammo. 327, 261. Let's try the Vindicator. Since we're into rifles today. The problem with the Vindicator is, of course, it aims for the feet. And so what you got to do is resist. Resist the shooting at the feet. It's just not worth it. That's what I found. It's just like... seems like a waste. Oh, this one doesn't work with focus, though, does it? Oh, that's lame. It's lame. Forgot about that. So this build won't work unless I change the talent. Which I might do just for a floor, just to see here. Lame. Not giving me a lot of options. Focus is too good. We'll do this one. Braced. We'll just try it one floor just to kind of get a comparison view. Okay. So we run a brace before and it wasn't bad, but let's see where we're at. It's gonna get me killed. Fuck, it's a laser beam. Maybe we do like braced with our other one. I mean, it's just a laser beam. You see, there's just no bounce to it. And that's without brace. Fucking lawnmower lady, god damn you. Quite a bit different damage though, huh? Fuck her. Okay, so I switched weapons. So let's check this one now. I mean, when you're landing shots on a rifle, it's just like it's crazy how many shots are missing that you think are landing, and it makes your rifle feel weak. That's why braced feels so good on rifles, because you're like, oh, I really was missing more shots than I thought I was. Fire, guy. I can't even get up this door to keep on fire at it. See, we're in the summit too, but heroic open world is a whole nother game, right? You're talking like pure elites, and that'll be the true test once we get it. Well, that was almost a full mag right there. Another proxy. I'm switching primaries. I'm rotating them. So, artist tool. So far, I think the artist tool is working the best. So, it feels the best. It's got like, it has something to do with like the quantity in the mag. It just feels just about right. The Dr. Home rifle is amazing. I'm purposely not using it because it's glitched right now, and I don't want to create a build around a glitch. But yeah, it's like, I mean, you get armor on kill and it's got better DPS than M1 ACQB. Yeah. It's basically the Ouroboros of rifles, except with a better talent. So it's nothing like the Ouroboros in the end.
Terminal infiltrated.
So yeah, it basically gives you armor on kill, armor on hit, and it's crazy insane. I mean, look at that. Look at that. So we're getting less damage, of course, because we're not running focus, but there's just no bounce to the weapon. The problem is, like I said, I want my rifle to be like a DMR. And so I want to be somewhat in motion. So do you remember the Tears of the Sun build we made? That was a really good build. So something like that is kind of what I'm after. And that one, I think we ended up running with Determined. So, you know, I think that was a different concept. But either way, we were in motion. And it was that type of play style, that fighting style that we were after. And so this feels really good. We can make this work, but you know, you might also consider you don't need as much regen if you're going to be playing from cover so much. Really? Through the wall, huh? So we got regen from 2 pieces golem, we got bellstone, we got bloodsucker, we got 10% armor on kill, so we're healthy. Oh, stay away, you fucker. Okay, so I wanted to change something. I can't remember what it was. Oh, the chest. So we're running brace, which feels good, but the reality is I want to be a little bit more fluid. And my aggressivity, is that a word? I just make that shit up. Either way, I like it. Aggressivity. So Palisades with focus is where we were at. There we go. Back to that. Okay, let's check our stats. Focus is very strong. So it's going to be your leader in damage for the build, and the crits will be more of support. And then oh yeah, we forgot to change this. Oh, but I can't right now. Okay. Look, another proxy. That's literally 3 proxies in 2 floors or 3 floors. That's crazy. Okay, so we need to tinker this one. We need to take off the weapon handling and crit chance. So the other thing I was thinking about is we could take off the contractors, put on the coyote if I have a golden gloves, which I don't right now. They're my other character. No, I haven't tried to whisper out yet, you know. I'm afraid I'm gonna be so disappointed I'll poop my pants. I've never really been a big fan of it from the get-go, and it's not so much damage that wasn't really the reason why I didn't ever liked it, you know what I mean? It's more is that fire pattern. You know, so sometimes it's just a weapon that I won't use even if it's strong, just because I don't like the way it feels, you know? But yeah, I do gotta try it. I do gotta try it. I've been deleting them lately because of stash space, but I finally cleaned up my stash like massively. I got like over 100 free slots, so now I can keep one. But yeah, I don't have it right now. I'm not sure how much we're using Bloodsucker. What do you guys think? I think we could lose an armor core, but I don't have that chest piece. I guess we could. Yeah, I mean, this might be stronger. Do I get a Palisades glove right now? I don't. Damn you. But that's like a Palisades glove, actually, isn't it? It's got headshot weapon handling, but let me try it. And then let's put on the perfect Araldi chest. That would be stronger here. And then, oops, wrong one. I wanted the one with crits. Pristine example. There we go. So I have an all red Brazos. Bellstone, I mean, somewhere. My characters are a mess. I need to reorg. But I was thinking about putting, what if we put Bellstone and Palisades together? Get rid of Bloodsucker. We might be taking too much damage for Vigilance, so, you know, it might be something like Companion or Unstoppable Force. Unstoppable Force isn't bad. On a rifle build, it's one of the better ways to run it. I like Unstoppable Force mostly on rifle builds and LMGs. Well, the Pestilence, I should say. Not just any LMG. Yeah, I thought so too, Destroyer Words. I mean, first of all, I kept dying because I was using LMGs. And I ended up having to go all striker LMG to get the LMG to work. And then, yeah, it was just like, what is it that makes it so lame? Is it because it's in New York? It's just a bunch of bounties, right? And then you get a calm. I don't like that idea. I mean, it better be a big fucking reveal at the end, right? Like, I'm talking a nuclear bomb reveal. Yeah, like a tie together. Well, I mean, the reality, I don't think it is, though. I'll be honest with you. I don't think so, because it's supposed to be New York next, right? So I think we might have a big gap in the story, potentially. I mean, maybe it'll be information, but what happens next is supposed to be New York. Yikes, right? They got the high ground, don't they? Come on out. I mean, there's perfect unstoppable force too, but isn't that on a Langmo? And I don't know if I want to go that route. I'd rather run non-perfect and then put it on a Bellstone. I mean, I don't mind Langmo, but I would want to build into it. This guy's gonna have some pain in the ass armor, isn't he? That bloodsucker saved us there. We were getting shot in the back. That boss was quick. This ammo's gonna hurt. I have a feeling. Anybody else have that feeling? They're making these guys mean. Damn, that lady over there. She sees me, I can't see her. So annoying. It's like typical. Where the fuck is she? Came all the way over here to get her. She's like invisible girl. Invisigirl! Oh, really? Through the... Yeah. Let's see how it is. We'll do it then. Right here waiting for you. You think that's another proxy? Place your bets. Feeling good for all the defense we have. Proxy it was. Fucking proxy. It's raining proxies. If a man's wealth was measured in proxies, I'd be a rich, rich man. This feels pretty good. I mean, focus is making up for the damage. I mean, we got a lot of defense here. And these guys are a little more difficult than we were fighting earlier. Fucking guys throwing rifle grenades, huh? Come on down, buddy. Be brave. Be brave. She wasn't very brave. Oh yeah, concussion wouldn't be a bad idea. I like that. Let me see what we got here though. There's a Belson with crits. We can bring that along. A Belson with vigilance and a red core. Not bad either. Ooh, I got some gold. There's a Golan unstoppable force. Golan with crits and vigilance. It's a good one too. That could free up a slot. But we need gloves, and I don't think I have any good gloves here today. How lame, huh? There's gotta be some gloves on me somewhere. So these were headshot gloves. We don't want headshot. I got red Belson gloves. We should probably end up getting them. Okay, we're gonna move some things around though. So where are you? It's not gonna be there. Well, maybe we'll get rid of the two-piece Bellstone. Well, we could get rid of the two-piece Golan, just carry a one-piece Bellstone. That wouldn't be bad either. Let me see what we got. Oh, actually, no, we got that Golan backpack. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try that first. That'd be a nice power lift right there. Since the shield seems to be part of our strategy. But we got other options here too. So we got composure. That could be a red all red composure with armor on kill. That could be good. And then this one can be unstoppable force. So we got an unstoppable force option. And then we'll have the 2.5% regen with the 10% armor on kill. All right, let's try that. But I'm gonna put a red bar on that. And then let me see where I am with crits. 49, 120. That's not a bad build. So 1.5% regen, 2.5% regen, 10% armor on kill. Well, we need to fix these gloves though. It's getting on my nerves. Headshot and weapon handling, or we could have crits. Okay, let me get that stuff. Let's get this gear first. %80 armor on kill, nice. Rugged gloves? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Only the problem with those is that they're only when you're blind, you know. What is this one? Blind firing. Yeah. Which I try not to do too much. Aproko the gamer, what up? Yeah, and I'll try concussion too. That's a good idea here. When we switch things around. Unstoppable force is nice, but concussion could be better. It may be more flexible. Oh, Joseph, yeah, I like the I used to really like the Virginian, but I've come to determine that the base of that weapon, the 1886, is just better. Because the thing about that rifle, which makes it so special, is that it's so strong that you don't really need the boomerang. You could run determined or preservation or behind you and get more out of it. Call me crazy. But I used to really like it, and I just kind of came down to that. It's because I end up, because it doesn't, the reality is it just doesn't have a large mag. And so you only have 5 shots, right? And so it's like, well, I'm not going to go for the body with 5 shots. I mean, determined to side, right? I'm going for the freaking head. So there's our all red bellstone. That's what I'm after. Okay. Let's see what else we got while we're here. I was thinking the chill out mask with crits. I don't want to make too many chill out mask builds because some people just don't have any chill outs. And then these were pretty much stuck with the foxes. It's what the fox is. This is gonna be best installed on the rifle class. That struggles a little bit, right? Okay, that should be good. Yeah, lucky shot is nice. Yeah, conflict is getting vigorous, huh? I know, I need to get in there. It's sounding exciting. All right. Fix a couple things here.
We need you to secure a skyscraper.
So I'm just balancing that survivability with the damage. That's what we're doing. So death grips, we're gonna bring those. Those could be good. We got some good palisades here with crits. Xena in case, Bellstone. So the Xena could be good if we go with the perfect spotter eventually. But right now we're just gonna swap out that Bellstone, which is red. I mean headshot damage. We're gonna put crits instead. There we go. And that should help our stats. So 59, 130, looking good. All right, so 2.5% regen, 10% armor on kill, and then good crits and a very strong chest piece. That should be a beast. See what we do. These are good testing grounds for builds, you know what I mean? Because you're more focused on testing than you are like what's happening. Like, you know what I mean, with all the bullshit that you can come across. $2.180. Peace, dog. I know there's somebody coming up behind me, so. Yep, that's what you want to see there. You got a quick threat, you need to get rid of them. Woohoo! She's a beaut! She's a beaut! She's beautiful. We like her. We like her. There it is. She's a beast. We like her. Perfectly balanced defense and offense. Because see, rifles need some good amount of red cores, but it sucks to be so squishy. And in that situation, we were pinned down, and the power and the defense got us out of it. And that's what you want to see. You know what I mean? Because power sometimes can't do it alone because you got to hide because you're not recovering fast enough. And so you need enough recovery. We don't have godly regen, right? We have like enough. It's 22.8, right? And so we could ramp it up if we put more armor on, but we got armor on kill too. And so some of it is passive and then some of it is performance related. And so, but it's enough to keep you confident and aggressive. So we'll continue to test, of course. We're not done. And concussion could be even better for this too. So we'll try that because, you know, if you're taking damage, you get disabled on vigilance, where concussion is performance based. So you activate and then it's there. You activate and it's there. You can go either way. I mean, I've tested concussion thoroughly in the past, and I found that vigilance has better uptime than concussion. Because concussion isn't there by default. So your first shot is technically your weakest. Does that make sense? And then you time out. Blinder, huh? Feels good. It does. It feels so balanced. Well, we got to test it in heroic open world though, because there's gonna be so many more elites out there. But in here, it's feeling great. Did we get another proxy? Oh, come on, just one more. It's a combustor. Close. Yeah, I have the new exotic as a backup, but it doesn't work with focus, which is lame, so I'm not using it. I did do a build lab on it, and it would be a good one to run with this if it worked with focus. They'll eventually fix it, but it might take them a couple of years. I don't know what's going on right now. The Vindicator, that's what it's called. You got to go to Descent to get it. They started a new Descent vendor, which is pretty cool. And so you can spend your NSA tech to purchase this exotic. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's a pretty cool looking weapon. It's not the worst weapon in the world. It's just kind of average, you know? And so you have to, just like what we did today, I guess all rifles are kind of feeling kind of average. You have to really build into it. You know what I mean? And it's got this element where it'll highlight enemy targets. So you see that here, they'll be highlighted green. And so it'll be their head, their chest, or their legs. So you can see his green right there. And so if you hit that, you get a major damage buff if you hit their green spot. So he's got a green chest. But apparently I can't get it. So that's also part of the problem where you just saw there. Look, there's an arrow in my butt. Which is their green elements hidden, right? So in order for the build to be good with the Vindicator, it's got to already be strong. Because it's going to be, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not type damage. And there's a few builds that are like that. Where the build's already got to be strong and it's going to be an enhancer, but not relied upon. Because you can't. If you relied on that damage to carry you, it's not gonna save your life, and you need your talents to be able to save your life. Really? Oh, it's so far away from you? Dick. Yeah, but it is a cool rifle. It is. It is one to get, you know, it's... Some people love it, and some people might use it as their regular, you know? And other people are gonna find it a little bit too weak, but it's sort of... kind of plays in the middle ground, you know. But there's a lot of people that have for years loved the MDR. That's what it's based off of, and the MDR has always been middle ground. But you know, it handles really well. The MDR does. The Vindicator is so-so in the handling. But the biggest disappointment I got to say overall about it is that they force you an 8x scope, but don't give you the headshot damage, and they do that a lot. They did that with the Dr. Home as an example, and it's just like, oh, why can't we get the damage too? Like, and so in theory, they're building that damage into the base of the DPS on that set. I mean, in that weapon. But when you use it, you're like, well, it feels pretty weak. I think you could use the damage too. Where's the car lady? Because she's gonna be one. The Sweet Dreams would probably be a good one with this too, by the way. Just one tap a few fools. Yeah, so with these rifles, like all of them have quite a variety of mods. And if there's anything special to say about the rifles, I think that's it.
Striker drone detected.
And so don't forget to
Hostile striker drone.
look at your magazine mods. I mean, this is a 20% stability magazine mod. And you'd be like, well, I could have 20% more rounds, but that's also gonna cost me reload. And I already have 20 rounds. And so 20 rounds on a rifle isn't bad. But you could also take, meet it in the middle. But for me, I felt like the rifle needed some bounce recovery. I could also put the stability here. And so we can play around with that. Let's go halvesies. So let's go ahead and pick up 10 rounds here and then not increase our reload speed. So we'll go 10 rounds there and put the stability there. So that's gonna affect my crit chance a little bit, but we're okay. So, but all of the rifles have a variety, and then also depending on your specialization. So I think it's Survivalist that gives you some different mods for your rifles. But I've always felt, and I was reminded even today, that the key to a rifle build feeling strong is the quantity of shots that are landing. And so that's why I end up putting stability to some degree on my rifles, especially the faster ones, because they bounce. They're like on a bouncing ball hinge.
Automated defenses detected. Caution advised.
If I could only pick one rifle, it'd be the 1886 for sure. I mean, I am religious with that thing, I say. I'm a firm believer in one-shot kills. Like, if I had to pick just one build, it would be a one-shot kill build, and it would probably be that rifle. Oh, I'm holding the wrong rifle. Speaking of which. Sorry. There we go. Way different, trust me. So the Vindicator is really weak on this build because it doesn't pick up... It's not picking up focus, which is our main source of damage here. I'll take that one. Where'd she come from? Who are you? I'm not afraid of you. The hell, lady, you're creeping me out, man. Get out of my window. Oh, we didn't get a key. Thanks, Intenso. Yeah, the Iron Lung is a really good weapon. I haven't used it in a couple of months, but it's great. I had a really good first impression. I mean, you feel the reload pain with that one, but
Accessing server.
it's nice. It's what you would want out of an exotic. Not for the exotic to be perfect, but to deliver easily, right? I mean, it does exactly what it says it does so easily. And on par with how you're playing. Where the Vindicator is one of those that's not like that, right? Where you have to, I mean, there's so many times you're just not getting any buff from that thing because it's pointing everybody's feet. Or what's another one? The snake bite one, where it selects an inconvenient enemy. And then you have the ravenous, where you can't switch shoulders if you're shooting around corners or something. Doesn't like your cover. The shocker punch, if you're not running the St. Elmo's, you have to run the St. Elmo's with it. So let's get low scores in my books. I might go back to the, yeah, I think I am going to go back to the stability. And then this was crits. Those extra shots matter, not the mag. Making sure I'm landing the shots, you know what I mean? Because if you're bouncing around all over the place, I mean, fuck you. Getting yourself in trouble. Yeah, I mean, it's not, the Ravenous isn't one to break your back over. I mean, there's some people that completely disagree with me. They say, it's a great weapon. You just don't know how to use it. It's like, yeah, maybe it's because I'm on a controller, you know? That could really be something to it. Because it feels just janky, crunching into your controller like that. You feel like you're really beating it up, you know? Oh, shit.
Serious trauma detected.
Oh, you fucker.
Agent out of action.
Oh, we got hack things here. Got it. I get it. See, like right there, I mean, that was like critical. I needed to land that shot, landed the shot. You know, and stability definitely adds to that. Especially as you get to know your weapon, because your muscle memory starts to tap into the cadence of the weapon, you know, and you start kind of, you see that your enemies will rebound. So, because you stagger and then there's like that kind of breath of a moment where their head goes back and then comes forward, and you wait for, so then you quickly pause and you're firing, right? And you kind of wait for their head to come back, and then you start shooting again and they're dead. So otherwise what ends up happening is you put out a couple extra shots when their head is back and you miss, and then they come back and They're savvy, and now you're in a reload scenario. Not all the time, but many times. Yeah, I definitely like that mod. The stability is key here. Especially because of the talent. So the talent is Perfect Rifleman, which is looking for headshots. Oh, it's been a while since I played Splinter Cell. I miss the original. I miss crawling on the roof, the ceiling. Sticky cameras. God, you know, honestly though, if Vindicator was working with this chest talent, it would work with the setup. I mean, we might have to add a little bit more damage, but come on. See how I paused right there, right? When he bounced? Here, this guy might die too easy. Yeah. They're gonna be strong enough to take the stagger. Okay, let's change up a couple items, huh? So we tested vigilance. Let's look at. I mean, these engagements are kind of too small for unstoppable force, probably. Which is probably why we weren't liking Bloodsucker, actually. It's because not enough enemies in these rooms. Let me see what else I got. I mean, technically, if you're running Bellstone, you might as well run a second Bellstone, and we could get rid of Golan, you know? And then power up the build that way. Poor Golan. Hold on. Let's see if I can work this out. And then that would allow us to put on, like, I guess we could put on a coyote mask. Could try that. Trying to figure out where my other Bellstone would go. Oh, actually, you know what would be good is maybe this. Maybe the Picaro here. And then a red Palisades up here. Yeah, that could be real strong. Oh, yeah. That. And then, yeah, this would be a good way to get extra armor. And then we can put the second Bellstone here. And then put the armor core here so it's not a unicorn for you guys. And then I could put on Vigilance again. Concussion. Let's try Concussion this time. Okay, and then here we're gonna tinker this to red. Yeah, this would be a stronger build. That's why I said poor Golan. I mean, Golan gives you a little bit more passiveness and your regen, but it wasn't game-changing regen. So let's see if we like this better. You go either way, but. And Concussion, so Concussion is, see, headshots increase total weapon damage by 10% for 15 seconds. And then headshot kills increase total weapon damage by 15% for 10 seconds. So, but the difference is really that you can take damage and it won't be disabled, which is important. Like when you got somebody like a Chunga just putting down some hellfire, right? And so it could keep you keep your damage up in those critical moments where you really need it. And Vigilance is more of like first shot wins kind of thing, right? Oh, big boy. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Critical.
I had to make a choice, and that was it. All right. I'm going all for headshots here. There he is. That's kind of interesting. Headshot status effects with Wicked. That could be maybe a good one for St. Elmo. Oh, what did I say? Did I say 15 seconds? 10% for 1.5 seconds. Oh yeah, thank you. I did say 15 seconds. It's that time of night.
Incoming. High risk hostile.
Trying to make sure there's nobody gonna try to hug me, blow me up. It's like a game of chess. Come on, proxy. There it is. Proxy. Yeah, incoming repairs is nice. I used to make some pretty interesting incoming repair builds. It's been a while since we've done that. Every time we think about it, something happens and we're busy. Why am I so full? I grabbed like 2 things, right? I can feel the drop of power there. So I'm just doing a quick check, put on, see if it's a Vigilance concussion thing, and
Hostage situation.
it might be something to settle is like how soon we get to this point of stagger. And because concussion isn't active on your first shot, yeah, I feel like this is already strong. I can tell the difference. Shoot straight. Grumpy. What did I miss? What did I miss? A slow start. You missed a slow start to the rifle builds, but it's come to a really nice circle. It's come around to being something pretty nice. But, you know, we had their typical conversation about, oh, there's no good talents for rifles. There's no good gear sets for rifles and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, we tinkered around with different rifles, figuring out which way we wanted to go. Ended up with the Artist Tool over the M1A CQB and the M1A Classic. And, of course, Vindicator doesn't work with focus, and that's one of the key elements to making a rifle feel good because they're lacking in so many areas. Anyways, but what ended up coming out of it is like a just really good balance between survivability and offense. So, and we're trying multiple variations. So I was running 2 pieces of Golan and that felt perfect. It was like, so I was running 2 red Golans, 2 all red Golans, which I have here, like this, like this, like this. And so I was running 2 of those with 1 Bellstone and 1 Palisades. And then I'm just now mixing up the equation to figure it out. Just inkling things in this direction and that direction overall, but I'm really liking the balance of power and survivability here. So right now we got our 20% armor on kill with 1% regen, and then I'm running, and I just put on Picard's holster to I guess even Steven some things out here. And then we were playing with the mods because the mods on rifles are actually pretty good, especially in the magazine slot. Yeah, so that's where we are. So we're at a good place. I think we got a really good rifle build here. But you know, there's just so, I mean, it's basically just a lack of options in the rifle area, right? I mean, the M1A, some of these rifles are just feeling so underpowered. I mean, in the end, I felt like, I mean, this has kind of been one of the things I've said over and over again in this stream, which is like, you know, the key to a really good rifle build, feeling good and being strong, is landing shots. It just comes down to that, you know? And I think in rifle builds, you miss more shots than you think you do, than you think you are. And, you know, so these rifles that are really fast, like the M1A CQB, they're strong, but you're missing more shots than you think you are, and so they can feel underwhelming, and that's what was happening with the CQB. You know, it's like, it's got the small mag, and you're always reloading. If you go lucky shot, you know, it's like, wow, now you're missing damage, and you're landing your shots, and so you're reloading a lot, and blah, 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 you know? And so we found the balance here with the SIG CQB and Rifleman, because we've got a good handle on our handling. The rifle itself gives us that, right? Look at that light. Can we not blind me? And since Rifleman requires headshots, right? Like, you want the stability to go with it from your rifle, and if you're landing those shots, then you're gonna feel strong. And so it ended up being a balance of the I guess the right elements on your build, you know. It's not all about crits, you know, basically. And so, anyways, one of my goals was to make. I didn't want to. I want the rifle to be like a DMR, like we always talk about, to play in that space between assault rifles and marksmans, and snipers, where it belongs, you know, in the middle. And so that means, like, I don't want to be stuck in cover playing deep. I mean, if I was doing that, then I might as well run a sniper. You know, it's like, and you know, we got some faster snipers we can use. We can use the Dread Edict, you know, or something, you know. So again, I don't want to be too deep and I don't want to be too short. So I want that right level of aggressiveness. And so basically 20 meter, 15, 20 meter gameplay. And like I was saying earlier, you know, I don't want to have to put out 18 shots to kill an elite. You know, I don't want to have to put out a full mag to kill an elite. That's just ridiculous. Anyway, so yeah, we ended up in a good place here, though. I'm even surprised I'm enjoying the build because, you know, rifles. They used to be like the way to go too in the game, man. Right? Everybody running the Baker's dozen back in the day. A very inconvenient location these guys are in. I want to use the Dr. Home, but because it's glitching, you know, I don't want to create a build around it. I fear that I'd create a build around it and then they fix it. You know what I mean? I'm afraid I'll like it. And then they'll take it away and then, you know, that whole disappointment. But yeah, it seems amazing, right? I think I have it with me. We should whip it on real quick. Here we go. I mean, I tested it in the range just to see if it was still bugged, but it looks amazing. I mean, shit. Ultimate survivability. What do you think? Do you think they're gonna fix it? What up, Jeremy? And then I'm afraid, you know, the other thing is to make a build around the glitch, and then people are like, hey, I tried to make that build and it doesn't work that way. And I'm like, yeah, they fixed it. But this is what they were thinking about doing with it, huh? Let's play with that. It's amazing. I mean, shit. I mean, first of all, I like the Doctor's Home from the get-go as it was. I mean, I didn't think they needed to change it. I mean, look at that stagger. If I can just land this shot, though. Yeah, I like this gun. Peace. It's got a little bit faster DPS, and it matters. Is the reload faster too? Because it feels faster. But I guess, I mean, it works for the build, so I guess I could just put it out there as an option. Be like, and by the way, if you want to be a god in the Division 2, here you go. Okay, here's a good test. Well, it's hard to tell if it was working. Because I also got 20% armor on kill. So let me see, not kill him. Get that headshot. Come here. Yeah, there it is. It worked there. You can see the little kill confirms, right? The downside is we're not using our damaged chest piece, but we're still doing pretty damn good without our chest piece. It's a great rifle. There's our project. We did it. Okay, let's get out of here because we need to test this in the open world and my backpack is full. A crew, I'd give you good advice. I would say watch this one video I just created that answers that exact question. I get that question so much. I made a whole video on it. It's called Level 40. Now what? It's really good. It's a really good question.
Safe area detected.
Okay, let me offload some things here real quick. Vindicator's gone bye-bye. Let's get rid of you guys. All right, should be good. All right. Stig, I don't have any. I myself suffer from that. I mean, basically, it's just like you got to delete, but delete. But I can't resist those God rolled mods. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the new system. It's not helping my situation. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit better, but we're still full in the mod department. That's a pain in the ass. But otherwise, the catch is like if you have more, and I do this a lot, is like I'll keep my mods on certain gear pieces that I use just that way with that mod all the time. So, for example, 13% protection from elites on my Heartbreaker. It's just always on that backpack. And so then it's not in my mod inventory. And so there's some pieces that you probably do that with all the time, like this backpack, for example. And so it's always going to have headshot damage with it. And so I just keep my extra headshot. It's because I have more than 6 headshot damage mods. And so I have 7, 8, 9 of them. And it is convenient to not have to take a mod off and put a mod on and find that mod and whatever. And so I'll just leave that mod on that backpack. And that's probably the best advice I can give you. You know what I mean? If you get an extra 10% headshot damage mod, go find your favorite sniper headshot damage backpack, for example, and put it on there. And leave it on there forever. Never take it off. Because it's an extra one. And then if like your coyote mask, for example. Well, I mean, the crits are kind of hard because it's hard to do that with crits because some of your crit builds, you don't know if you're going to put crit chance there or crit damage there. It depends on which weapon you're running it with, like the coyote, right? Like if you're doing St. Elmo's, you might put crit chance. If you're doing Ouroboros, you might put crit damage. And so it doesn't quite work for crits that way. But for skill haste or status effect builds, like your Eclipse protocol, skill haste, and then your healer builds, you can just put all your skill haste mods, your extra ones there, and then when you leave in your stash, you might only have 1 or 2 in your stash. Okay, I'm not going to use the Doctor's Home at first. Yeah, but eventually what ends up happening is you get all god rolls. I mean, that's what I have. I mean, I'm over my, I got a crazy quantity of god rolls because you just eventually just get a bunch of them. I think I only have 2 that are not god rolled, and they're those pulse resistance ones, and they're pretty rare.
En route.
I got like 9.8 or whatever. That felt good. I mean, he was in my face. Let's just not get riot found, right? Set up your turret. I'm gonna go over here, mofo. I hear a turret.
Reinforcements in place.
Ah, there it is. The accuracy in those turrets, shooting through the fence. You know what I mean? Like dicks. Trying to find a good angle. They got those turrets up. Fuckers.
Hostile detected.
That boss took the hell. She took off. Come back, boss. I'll take out your crew while you're over there.
Vital signs critical.
Shooting around corners. I saw that. A little too close for comfort.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Good little rifle. She's always a pain in my ass. That staggered multiple times saved us right there. Come here, cartwheels. See red flags everywhere, but where the fuck are they? Better not get shot in the back. Where'd they go? I ran right by you? See, I don't like playing that far. I mean, you can, but just too many shots when you're that deep. They're doing cartwheels. They start doing cartwheels and stuff like that. You know, it's like, I feel like there's that 15, 20, about 20, 25 meters feels really good. come on. They've been going down this hole lately. Where is he? Yeah. Okay, I need a doctor's home on a couple of guys here. But not on the boss. I want to make sure he's God, the doctor's home is just such a good gun. God, it's too bad. I mean, about the glitch. It's because even if it was just with the simple 10% armor on kill, I would use it. So this is the perfect rifleman right here. Oh, you dick. Feels good. So we chose that. You know, we chose that reload, right? So I could have had 10 more rounds in the mag, but we chose the stability. We'll talk about that in a second. Because that's about as tanky as they fucking get right there. You know? And, you know, we got caught in a reload. He broke my shield because of that. But we chose that. You know, you could choose the bigger mag. I'm dizzy. I'm dizzy.
Agent down.
Be like, we didn't choose anything. You chose it. True. I get your point. I already killed you. She's my nemesis right here. She really is. She's a big pain in my ass. Always has been. Throwing grenades, and she dances more than anybody. She gets you to miss a lot of shots. This guy is way out here. So you got a good little regen kicking in there. You see that? It's not a lot of regen, but it helps with that micro damage. It's good regen. Where are you guys coming from? I killed everybody. Did the medic get away? Is that what happened? Ah, her again.
Right now.
So let's talk about that one scenario because it's an interesting one. It's a choice, and you might go a different way. So we were talking about this earlier about how rifles have really good mod options in the magazine slot. So you got stability, you got 10 extra rounds, you got headshot damage, you got 20 plus 20 rounds, reload speed. And then depending on your rifle or your specialization, you might have different options. So you should check, scroll through these. They're different than your assault rifle setups. So my point is, I've always felt like 40 rounds is too many on this rifle. And because you end up reloading anyways, and it makes your reload slower. You know what I mean? You end up reloading because, you know, you take out a couple of targets and then you go and find the next targets, and on the way you're gonna reload. You know, at 40 shots is a lot of shots on a rifle. But on a big heavy boss like that we ran into, then the extra 20 shots, that's what it would have been, extra 20 rounds would have been perfect against him. But there's not enough of him around, you know? And the problem with this particular rifle is it doesn't have the muzzle mod, and I can't run the Omega suppressor. So if you end up running to plus 20 rounds, you're gonna get a slower reload, fine. You know, you could argue that's okay. And then you're gonna end up wanting that 10% stability, I would. and to make up for the bouncing of the weapon, because it's gonna bounce a lot more. That's with the 10%, which isn't so bad, right? So, and you think it's out. So we tested this. I was testing this in the when we were at the summit, and it doesn't look so bad, but what ends up happening is you're missing more shots than you think you are. And so when there's that guy standing in front of you and you're like, he needs to die or he's gonna break my shield, or he needs to die or I'm gonna die because there's 2 other guys coming up behind me, whatever. And so you need to be able to kill on demand. And so that stability helped me. I could tell when I didn't have that stability. I could tell. And those, and so we tried this combination. We tried the one where you only got plus 10 instead of plus 20, so you can maintain your reload speed. But I felt like the 10% stability wasn't enough, you know? So I decided for me, like 20% stability and 20 rounds seems to be enough, you know, because you're reloading in between. But, you know, fill it out. Fill it out. What up, Father Rose? Yeah, blue screen with ongoing directive is nuts. It's fun to play into the bleed. Yeah, that's fun. Anyways, guys, well, I'm gonna call it a night. I think we really ended up at a good place here with the rifle build. And I gotta finish this, uploading this video for the morning time. So look forward to another build video. This is a straight to the build video kind of concept. So I'll launch it at 9 in the morning. So make sure you have your notifications on and you're subscribed and all that good stuff. All right, everybody, have a good night. I'll catch you guys on the other side.